I would really want to know what kind of software these guys use.
I'd be wondering the same thing. I know you can do a decent amount of what they do on the show with After Effects.
Really?
If you can really get good with After Effects, you can do a lot.
I'm just learning how to make text.
From what I've heard, there's a software called Maya that's supposedly really great for creating effects, post-production effects. Again, I'm not an expert on visual effects, but I'd really be interested in learning more about that, actually. I feel like that'd be a cool job to work in.
It's like, when you're making your own videos, the more you know how to do effects, the more you can be like a one-man show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pretty much, yeah.
And I think that's really important in this day and age, because everybody wants you to be able to do everything.
And you should be able to do everything. We are gods in human form.
All right, when did you turn to Scientology?
Oh boy.
Oh fuck, that actually is Scientology.
See ya. Jack knows
I'm surprised.
things.
I'm surprised Jack actually knows like the basic guidelines of Scientology.
I watched a lot of Joe Rogan stand up.
Yeah. Okay, so you
watched a lot of Tom Cruise.
Honestly,
movies.
like
No, I'd rather not.
So without, I'm not going
Eyes
to
Wide
get into
Shut?
too much controversial territory.
What?
Was
Even keeping your
Scientology
eyes wide
featured
shut?
in Eyes Wide Shut?
Well,
I mean, that was more of a criticism of cults in general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, not a direct response to Scientology, which
Scientology is
again,
kinda like a,
Scientology's not really a cult.
No?
I think it's old enough at this point that it's graduated to religion.
well, they do have one thing where it's like, you can't not leave us.
Yeah.
You must not leave.
Well, again,
From what I've
that
heard.
that exists pretty much in every religion, except the older ones tend to be more liberal about that. No, yeah, back in the olden days, if you tried to leave Christianity, you'd basically be maimed or hung or.
I was with all religions back in the day.
Absolutely, and it like that's the difference between a cult
In
and a
the
religion.
name
you
of
know?
love and peace, you
must
now
die. Yeah, absolutely.
Just let a
Yeah,
guy that's pretty
just
much so
that's just
like in every one person.
that's just
everyone
how
loves him
you
for no
know you
reason.
show God's
Wait till
love.
he
You know,
dies,
you gotta hang
start
some
religion.
people.
Boom.
Yeah.
God
No,
says,
but
"Don't kill.
that's
I'll kill,
essentially
let's
the
kill."
difference between cults and organized religions. You know,
Yeah, one
organized
guy's dead,
religions
one
have
guy's
just been
not.
around way longer. You know.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to say people shouldn't have a right to practice those religions.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
just
I would never
you have
say
to
that.
understand where your religion's coming from. You know, you have to understand exactly what's going into that if you're going to devote your life to something.
Does this count as nerddom?
No, probably
What?
not. Probably not.
Who knows? Maybe
Though
sometime-
academia, you could argue, and that's more
Yeah.
social science.
Maybe
so
sometime,
my
like way down in the
expertise
future, if
varies.
it's like Star Trek, where there's like, I guess, no religions really.
Yeah. for the
Talking
most
about
part.
Very
this stuff
interesting.
will be nerddom.
No, why don't you just be everyone's a part of a fandom? If you're not in that fandom, you're gonna die.
Well, I mean, in the
Oh.
Orville, they sort of touch upon that. Like, there's no real organized religions on Earth, but
Yeah, they do mention it in passing.
But there's the one episode where they go to Bortus's home planet, and
Bortus.
their whole society is dependent on
I like Boris.
like a lot of religious
I have
bylaws.
not seen the Orville.
I actually really like the
Of course
character.
not.
Well, you should
Duh.
watch. You'd really be into it. Actually, it's Seth MacFarlane.
I
but,
already know it that Seth MacFarlane's in it. I was like, not
it's been
shocked.
No,
Really?
you'll like it. You should watch it. You'd really be into it.
We'll see.
Yeah. So
I liked it a lot. It's
fuck. I feel like we were talking about something 5 minutes ago that was actually worth
Duh.
talking about.
Can someone rewind for us and tell
Well,
us
to
what
the
we're-
audience, we were talking for
Then-
probably 20 minutes. We've been like
Right at
almost 2 hours.